iAccess Radio, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
iAccess Radio, WIAX, the future of radio and podcast. No limit to what we do.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you once again for tuning in to the Lola Shae Show right here on iAccessRadio.com. Appreciate everybody who's in the chat. I see you guys. I love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is our second installment. It should be a little better than the first one. First of all, no gum. So I had a couple of comments. You know, I want to keep this as interactive as possible. So I had a couple of comments. So whatever you guys say, I'll make sure that I work on that. I'll fix it. I'll change it. I'll make it happen. So, once again, this is the Lola Shae Show on iAccessRadio.com. So, I don't know. Last week was just pretty much me running my mouth for the whole hour, wanting to get a feel of things, even though, you know, a lot of people would argue that I definitely already have the feel of things. Been doing this for a while, but it's my first time doing it on my own. So there's a lot of pre-production. There's a lot that goes into, you know, what you see. And I just wanted to make sure I have everything in its proper place. So, of course, things will get moved around. Things will get redone, you know. And let me turn this down. And, so we live and we learn as we go along. So, first and foremost, once again, there's no limit to what we do. Good evening, Vonnie Jones. I was looking for you. I was a little worried there for a second. Got my at-home co-host, Vonnie Jones, is in the building. She is a very much appreciated part of this show, a big part of this show. As a matter of fact, this show would not be if it wasn't for Vonnie Jones. So it was her who told me to just go ahead on and stop playing with myself and get it done. So here we are. Like I said, hoping to have an interactive and cooperative situation where you guys feel that this is a safe space for you to, you know, ask whatever questions you might have, discuss whatever topics you might need to. The plan is to create a dialogue, get people talking, positive or negative. If you're talking, I've done my job. So there's that. Okay, so I want to give a shout out to the other shows on this channel. So there are a bunch of shows. I'm not the only one. So of course you guys already know about Music Buff Radio. Shout out to them. We have the Indubitably Speaking podcast. Please take time out to check out Behind Enemy Lines, Women and Men of the Cloth, and Dot Vieira Experience. So those are just a few. You know, I'll be shouting out a few more, but we're all a family here, so I want to give them their flowers, and hopefully you guys will take the time out to go check them out. What's up, Ebony? Okay, so All right, so basically, so yeah, I'm keep in mind of, love you too, baby. Keep in mind of the time so I can get all my segments I got planned, the stuff that I want to talk about with you guys. I'm very excited about my to introduce my sponsor for the show, and that's Crooklyn Cannabis Company. Very, very, very happy to announce that. And weekly we'll be doing a Up in Smoke segment where we discuss the latest strains, and their properties, usefulness, pros, cons. We'll definitely be getting into that today, but just wanted to promo that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be continuously tickled by this. It's gonna wear off maybe a year or two, you know. But for now, I'm extraordinarily tickled by all that I'm able to accomplish, and I want to thank all the people that cooperate and put their 2 cents into the accomplishments. So definitely. Uh, we also have chats from our Theosophical and Theological Society, which is, sometimes we'll discuss um, religious topics. Sometimes it'll be politics. Sometimes it's family. Sometimes it's current events on the news. So yeah, different topics for different weeks. And of course, you guys, I want to definitely see you guys calling in and making your comment. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Once again, this is the Lola Shae Show on iAccessRadio.com. Okay, so now I'm going to take the time out to shout out my sponsors officially. There are a few people who contribute and go into the production of this show, and I would like to acknowledge them. First, of course, and foremost, I would like to start with Lola Shae Botanicals, because why not? So yeah, of course, I'm my own sponsor. Of course I am. Why wouldn't I be? Now, Lola Shae Botanicals, we cover all sorts of holistic and natural homemade wellness and cosmetics. I mean, everything from oils and incense, body butters, just a little bit of everything. Of course, the botanicals leans over into the cannabis. So yes, I am working on my own strain. Who isn't? And yeah, but this week's strain is actually coming up. So the another hello Tara, vocals by Jamel Jones. Always good to see you in the chat. Uh, Wonderful vocal coach, excellent singer. I love showcasing her music. I'm sure I have a couple of things from her today as well. Um, yeah, we're looking forward to hearing from her in the future too. Um, Another one of my sponsors would be East New York Oasis, and that is a local community garden out in East New York, Brooklyn, of course. And I don't know, they're really good people, really, really good people down there. They do all kinds of events and, of course, gardening, and we produce produce and flowers. We're trying to make a nice, comfortable green space because those are limited. And we do workshops, classes, exercise, a little bit of everything is going on in there. So I'm trying to make that into a hub for the East New York community. Feel free to come down and check it out. I'm located at 2539 Pickett Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. And yeah, if you want to volunteer, want to donate, want to do anything, that's where you'll find us. We're usually in there on Saturdays and Sundays till it gets really hot. Then I'm pretty much in there every day. Yeah, and of course, my last sponsor but certainly not least, is Crooklyn Cannabis Company. What can I say about Crooklyn Cannabis Company? He is always ready for the plan. He is always ready for the plan. He's got a plan, and he's always willing to work it out. So I appreciate him. They will be supplying the strains for our review weekly, which I'm ecstatic about, actually. And sponsoring events. We'll be collaborating together on different events, and just want to increase the awareness, understanding, and education on cannabis and cannabis products. The more you know, the safer you can be, and the less problems come from that. So that's always good. Plus, weed is always good. I don't care. I've been an advocate for weed for many, many years, way before its legalization. I was an advocate for its legalization, and I'm a legacy applicant, still waiting on state of New York to come through on that one. God only knows what's holding them up. Well, actually, I know what's holding them up, but when they're ready, I'll be ready. So that's how we're going on that. But a lot of discussions about the pros, cons, uses, because what I feel is important for people to understand as far as marijuana is concerned is that marijuana was only put on the list as a Class A, a Schedule A drug because it was in direct competition with so many industries. You can call that what you like, in my opinion, but it's pretty much backed up by facts. Marijuana has multiple medicinal, pharmaceutical uses, as well as textile, building materials. There are thousands of uses that other industries would not necessarily have the foothold and chokehold that they have on us if it wasn't for the illegalization and criminalization of marijuana. So, yeah, it might seem like, I'm just a pothead and I'm trying to make everybody else a pothead, which may or may not be true. But ultimately, I would like to see the stigmas removed, so that the little old lady can use it for her cataracts, her glaucoma, and her nausea, and cancer patients can feel comfortable using it for their nausea, and so many other uses that they have. So definitely looking forward to that. I'm not trying to dwell too much on that until we get to the actual topic, but I definitely wanted to bring that up. I'm going to shout out to my usual panelists, Abby, as her name is on the chat. We won't be giving no last names today. And Vonnie Jones, of course. Salute to you guys formally, and appreciate all that you guys do, really. Let's see where we at. Okay, so I think I could take a couple of minutes out right now. See if my guy back there, the voice of iAccess Radio, Al Williams, is my very talented engineer for the night into the conceivable future, because he's dope at what he does. So when he's ready to, put up whatever he might have came up with back there, I'll be ready for you guys to see it. Coming up in the second half of the hour, we're going to get to our topics. I have a couple segments set out for you guys, including my Up in Smoke segment. Brief chats. Girls like sports, because we do. I like sports. I'm a girl. And let's see. So basically, subheading on the topic is women's sports versus men conventions. So, yeah, I personally believe that women's sports have been halted by a couple of things. The idea that most women who play sports don't really care that much about their looks, and men being visual creatures can't really get behind it like that. Like, I think that's one of the reasons. I think because the argument is that they're not filling stadiums, they're not doing this, they're not selling out, they're not watchable, and been watching them pretty much since their inception, and I wholeheartedly have to disagree with that. Um, the ladies work hard. In all, as a matter of fact, in all aspects of sports where you have women involved, the women, as the case is with women in general, have to work extra hard to even be considered. Um, Especially when you're going up against, well-established organizations like the NBA and uh, the NFL and others. So I think it's important to put a spotlight on women's sports, and that's what we're going to be doing here. What else? Just running through once again. Yeah, then I'll be discussing my week out. I had a nice week. We shot our 420 show on the 16th, and it will be airing soon, but it is our annual 420 episode. I very, very much enjoyed myself, and I enjoyed the time that I spent with my people still. I don't know for sure if marijuana and filming, I don't think that those two things go together. And the pothead said that. We got in there, child. First of all, we was late as hell getting in there. We got in there, and then promptly forgot what we was doing. So it was a lot of fun just trying to keep everything on track and not get distracted too much. We had performances. Shout out to Destiny Manifest and World of Rama. They both performed quite a few songs for us, and we had we had Crooklyn Cannabis Company, of course, was represented. And I don't know. All in all, it was a great experience. I enjoyed myself. And yeah, I will do it again, but maybe a little different format this time. Just a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, that's a shot. Shout out to New Legacy Studios out in Manhattan. Yeah, that was our podcast table, just to give you an example of what the day looked like. We had infused food. We had oh my God, that seriously. Okay, first of all, Lola Shae Botanicals provided pre-rolls for the guests and the studio audience, and snacks and infused popcorn. Bar de Flores provided rose blunts and her signature rose blend mixture. I forgot. I think it was Pablo Picasso. Not Pablo Picasso. Pablo Escobar was the strain. Rainbow Runts was the Lola Shae Botanical strain. And we had pizza from Stone Pizza. Now, first of all, let me say, finding this place was a blip. Okay, it's not any kind of advertisement or signage. You kind of just have to know where it is, which we didn't. So we wandered around looking for it for quite a bit, but it was well worth it. I have to say, I'm not even sure how it was infused, but I will say that this pizza was so good, it didn't make no sense. I mean, I need it without it being infused. I will eat the hell out of this pizza. Like, I love pizza to start with. I'm a pizza face person, so I love pizza, but yeah, everything was very well seasoned, garlic out like I liked it. We had garlic knots as well. That was epic, phenomenal, and wonderful. So that when the munchies become the munchies or give you the munchies, you know it's a great 420 day. So let's see what else. Okay, where are we? Time is moving entirely too fast for me. as it does. We almost coming up on halfway through. Um, so yeah, let me, because I'm not supposed to, Okay, so let me just go over a few things. It's crazy about podcasts. Okay, let me tell you some things that I learned doing my podcast. First of all, there's not supposed to be any kind of quiet in here. So I have to remember to consistently keep talking and not allow any dead air space. So that's fun, especially when you're transitioning between things. So, I don't know. All week I'm thinking of stuff to talk about. And then when you get here, it's like, what am I going to talk about? What is it that you guys would like to talk about? Last week we discussed the Drake Kendrick Lamar beef. And like I said, I personally feel like the beefs are manufactured, so I can't really get interested in it. I mean, it gives them an excuse to go back and forth and argue with each other for pay. So that's always a wonderful idea. But I don't really think it's a lot going on in my background over here, so I'm watching the magic occur. So yeah, I don't really think that I really don't feel like the music is entirely, the commercialized music is entirely, I don't know, music used to be, oh Lord. Now that's funny as hell because okay, I jumped. Sorry you guys. So Vonnie Jones wants to know about the Chris and Quavo beef. Again, entertaining, extremely entertaining. I heard it's bad when a guy that's technically not a rapper can just smash your whole day like that. Like it's people that's like, don't even say anything. There's nothing you can say other than, I hate you so much right now. Like it's nothing you can say. Chris, I like Chris. I feel like Chris always gets the short end of the stick. He doesn't get the props that he's supposed to get. He's an awesome entertainer. Young man is hella talented. I do believe he is, he could have gotten in there a little earlier, but he is on par to be an icon. So, I don't know. I don't know what Quavo did. Does anybody have any backstory as to what Quavo did to cause this? Because all I heard was the clap or the clap back. I don't even know if it was a clap or a clap back, because again, the going census online is that Quavo shouldn't even say anything. Poor kids, I swear. It is really hard. It is hard growing up these days. What? In my days, we had to physically fight. But in this day, you gotta be internet savvy. You gotta... Yeah, your clapback game gotta be fierce. You gotta be... I don't know. You need real thick skin. It is not the same. I guess you needed thick skin back then. But it's not the same. Like... Karrueche? That's what it was for. Tell me that Quavo is not dating Karrueche. Tell me that is not a thing. Tell me that's not a thing, people. Is Quavo dating Karrueche? Listen, I'm waiting on that confirmation. But that, you know what, these people, first of all, okay, on that, I got something to say about that. First of all, the internet is too little. The industry is too little. It's too small. And once you make up your mind that you're not gonna date regular girls, that kind of limits who you can mess with. You know what I mean? And then when you start clout chasing and getting, worrying about who look good for your image and all of that, then it shrinks even further who you can date. So yeah, but I mean, I would be terrified to date anybody considering what I know. We're not going to say what I know this early in the game. I need all the viewers I can get. I don't want to alienate nobody this early. But, considering, yeah, you should just find you a construction worker or something. A nice MTA worker, nice, I don't know. Stay away from them dudes in the industry, though. And Saweetie, she doesn't really have a great track record. She's kind of been bouncing around. So that Chris Smash does not surprise me and should not surprise Quavo. But these niggas be in their feelings. So it's entertainment for us. We get to crack jokes and enjoy our viewing pleasures watching these dudes make fools of themselves. Ultimately. Say, I want to shout out my swag for this week. Got my iAccess Radio t-shirt. Yes, Lola Shae Show t-shirt is in the works, as well as a lot of other merch. So check out iAccessRadio.com for our merchandise. So this shirt is available in burgundy, in white, and in black. So feel free to check them out, purchase, like, subscribe, share, all those good things. This is a black-owned station, and we survive off of the generosity of viewers like you. Well, I mean, it's true. Okay, so coming into the 8 o'clock mark, I would like to. They still together. Chris and Saweetie is together. You know what? I'm gonna have to be in this people's business again. I took a break. Oh, I want to give a shout out to. Definitely want the iAccess Radio shirt and the Lola Shae Show shirt. Got to have it. Of course. Gotta have that so I can see, maybe some photos of you guys out and about with your merch. We're gonna be doing giveaways. Me and my sponsors gonna be doing some giveaways for people. Oh, they're back together? Okay, so Vonnie Jones says that Karrueche and Quavo are together. I know they were together, but they broke up because she cheated on him. Yep. They were a hot item for a while. But this was prior to Takeoff Fast, and they even broke up for a minute. So I don't even understand. Again, I still don't, unless they rekindled and got back together, I really don't understand what the purpose of them arguing is. But, once again, men be in their feelings, especially when it comes to women. So, I'm not entirely surprised. All right, so I want to get into, right before the top of the hour, my first restaurant review. Yeah. The food at this place was so bad that I had to write my first restaurant review. I wasn't even intending on doing it, for a couple of weeks at least. But, I'm always, when I'm out, I'm always eating. I love food. I love trying new places. I love specific foods, so I'll try different places with the same kind of foods, whatever. So it was a taco spot. I said, it's tacos. Who can mess up tacos? Taco Umbi can mess up tacos. That's who can mess up tacos. That was, child, first of all, would I recommend? No, absolutely not. I most certainly, absolutely would not recommend it. It was salty. It was dry. It was chewy, just chewy, like I was chewing on chewing gum. I have had alligator meat that wasn't as chewy as this damn meat was, okay? And it was supposed to be the carne asada, which is supposed to be like, well marinated, well seasoned, and well done. But it was none of those things. It was none of those things. Season, salt. That's what the season was, okay? Yeah, yes, I was mad because I spent my money, and them shits was expensive. They wanted like $7 for a taco. $7 for a nasty taco? You need your ass booked. Taco kundi, taco umbi. Yes. So, anyway, it tastes rushed, okay? It's gimmicky with a touch of not a Negro to be found in the building. But I wasn't really that surprised that there wasn't none behind the counter. But there was not even none we don't like it. Apparently nobody I could find to be like, what do you think? They're catering to the the gentrifiers. So it is what it is. 4, 3 out of 10. Don't waste your money. Don't do it. Stick with Chipotle. So now and then, in the 8 o'clock hour, that brings me into my sponsored segment. Go on and whip that out for us real quick. I want to give a shout out once again to, Kirkland Cannabis Company, my sponsor. And this week's strain is, shout out to them. This week's strain is Rainbow Runts. Rainbow Runts is an indica dominant hybrid, made from a double cross of gelato and dosey. It's great for daytime and afternoon smoking. So that means you can still do stuff. Right. Okay. So other reviewers, because gotta ask other people what they think, because my opinion is my opinion. It's not the end of all opinions. So I did ask, and they say it pairs well with hobbies, which means yes, you can do stuff. It's not gonna have you stuck. That it makes them feel happy and relaxed. So that's kind of what you want. Sleepy is in there. It's always in there. But dominant sleepy is not for the daytime, especially when you got stuff to do like I do. Okay. So the taste, the terpenes are not exceptionally strong. There's a very nice, pleasant, fruity smell. And it has like the front notes is fruity, and then the back notes, like the aftertaste, is kind of like a gas almost. If that makes any sense. If you're smoking, it makes sense. If you don't, skip this part of the program. No, don't skip any part of this program. Okay, so 15% of people surveyed say that it helps them with stress. 13% of people surveyed said that it helps with anxiety. This info was sourced from viewers and does not constitute medical advice. So don't be talking about I said, I didn't say that. Whatever it is that you gonna put after that ... It wasn't me. I'm not a doctor. I just smoke hella weed, and I want you to know about it. Ultimately. So the positives is you get the munchies, which munchies is always good. You might get a little sleepy if that's what you want, then that's what you're gonna get. And you get relaxed. Flavors are rose, vanilla, and pear. And the negatives, you get the dry mouth, you get the dry eyes, and some people have reported a little anxiety. So let that be a note to you, because you suffer from anxiety. You don't want to do that. If you have anxiety, you want to get strains basically that counteract that calm your nerves, that offer, a euphoric, peaceful feeling. You don't want to get paranoid. You don't want your nerves jumping. That's not the plan. That is not. If the weed is doing that to you, switch switch brands, switch strains, switch companies, switch something, change something, because it's not supposed to do that. So it's similar to triple chocolate chip and Burmese Kush. It comes in at 25% THC, which is heading up the high level, but there are strains that have damn near 100% THC if you're curious about that. Typically goes for about $50 an eighth, which is $14 a gram. And yes, it is available, but you're gonna have to. We're gonna work on how we're gonna do that. Okay. I didn't work that part. I didn't think that part all the way through. All right, but yes. Shout out again to Brooklyn Cannabis Company. Thank you very much for supplying me with my. See, that might have been the problem. Okay, but thank you once again. Wow. Well, halfway through, and okay. So next segment would be my Girl Loves Sports. I must give a shout out to Girls like sports because we like sports. Women's sports versus men's conventions. First of all, I would like to know why are we still dealing with firsts in 2024? It shouldn't be a first anything. Except for maybe in the case of Caitlin Clark. Shout out to Caitlin Clark. First to sign a multi-million-dollar Nike endorsement deal. First to sign first to be offered, she didn't necessarily sign, but she was offered $4.4 million by the Big Three, that's Ice Cube's company, to play for them. And I'm saluting the Big Three because even if she doesn't sign to them, they have pushed the envelope forward. They have continued a narrative that's very much important to be had. And yes, I do, Tara. Okay, so Tara, vocals by Jamel Jones, asked, do you know about CBS or the creams for muscle aches? Yes, I do. I am very familiar. So, okay, I did not mention that part. So, there are two separate compounds in your marijuana that have a physical effect on you, right? One would be the tetrahydrocannabinoids, and that's the THC, which is what gives you the psychoactive effects. And the other would be the CBD, okay, which is another cannabinoid for which your body actually has receptors for, okay? So this is how the cannabis is able to have the effects that it has on your body, okay? Now, you don't have to smoke marijuana. Okay, there are many ways that you can use marijuana. There are tinctures, you can take it orally, there's edibles, you can put as Jamel was bringing up, there are patches that you can put on your skin for pain relief. Absolutely nothing to do with smoking, and you will not get any psychoactive effect from it. It's purely medicinal, okay? And these are the compounds that are being used to help cancer patients and seizure patients and those sorts of people. So, yes, there are tinctures and what do they call them? Poultices that you can put topically on your skin to relieve muscle tension and aches and pains and whatnot. So yes, thank you very much, Tarot Vocals by Jamel Jones, for bringing that up and bringing that to my attention so that I can bring that to you guys' attention. Okay, so yes, back to my Girls Like Sports. I do have a graphic in there somewhere about, off the top of my head, I'll remember it when I see it. Let me see if I can locate it in my notes. I wrote notes for you guys so we wouldn't have this problem. But yes, so thank you, Janelle. Okay, yes, I'm a little started stoppy. Again, this is literally the second episode. It'll get smoother. I will calm down. My nerves will not be so, oh my God, is it working? I appreciate it. If anybody tunes in, I appreciate it. One person or a million people, I love you guys for tuning in. Oh yeah, that graphic, well, you can put that one back up real quick. That's the Jerk Fest out there in New Jersey, Boyd Park in New Brunswick, New Jersey. Yes, I'll be covering that this year. May 26th, they will have live entertainment, delicious food, and fun times. Again, that is the Jerk Fest, May 26th, 2024, out in Boyd Park. You can, come out there, holla at me, get your picture taken, we'll share jerk together. I love jerk. So yeah, I will definitely be attending that. Yeah, so I'm outside. I was at a listening party yesterday. Shout out to Coco Motion. Her album comes out on the 24th, I believe that is, of April. So please feel free to check that out. That's Coco Motion by Coco. Very happy music. I love 90210. I loved, it was a couple of tracks, but 90210 was the one that really jumped out at me. It was very happy, very sunshiny, very pink. And she's very pink. So she's awesome. And I'm going to have some music from her coming soon. I'm just waiting for finalizations on all of that, details and whatnot. Yeah. What else? Wow. We are pulling into the last 15 minutes of the show. I'm telling you, time's speeding by so fast, seriously. And I don't know, I just appreciate the opportunity to be here, chatting with you guys. I look forward to doing this again every week. Once again, if you have any topics you'd like to discuss, feel free to hit the chat, like and subscribe. You can go in the comment section live while we're on, or you can, of course, comment in the comment section after we will be up on YouTube forever. Once again, that's iaccessradio.com, and this is the Lola Shae Show. And I love the background music outfit. Yes. Okay, so I do have a couple of birthdays to shout out. First birthday I'd like to shout out, I don't have a graphic for because she knows who she is, but I'd like to give a big birthday shout out to my at-home co-host, Ebony Justice. Yeah, we're not going to talk about how old you are. We don't do that. But we will shout you out and say happy belated birthday to you. Also want to shout out Method Man's belated birthday, which was, I believe, the 17th. See? See there? Method Man gonna cuss me out for Red Man. I do have it. Otis Redding was the 17th. Yes, happy belated, much belated birthday to Otis Redding. April 18th, 2023. He passed. So this is actually the anniversary of his passing, not his birthday. But this is a significant date anyway, because Otis Redding was such an instrumental musician and artist. Shout out April 17th, 1970 to Redman, Reggie Noble. I love me some Redman, so I had to definitely shout him out, saying happy birthday. A very authentic artist, all the way, consistently. Talent level through the roof, humble, hysterical. So I had to take the time out to shout him out. Yes, hosted by Lola Shae. So, I don't know. Yes, my graduates. Every year we have graduates, and they don't get enough credit for the hard work that it takes to damn graduate. I mean, I fought with my son just to get him out of high school. Okay, so I mean, this young lady, Deavion Nakia Dees, shout out to her on receiving her bachelor's of arts in psychology with a double minor in French and human development and family studies. Okay, her graduation is May 4th, 2024 at 10 a.m. Okay, so there's people like me who show up at graduations randomly just to cheer on the graduates because my kids are graduated already, so I have no more graduates. But we love to see it, so we will be saluting the grads, and if you have any grads that you'd like to salute, please feel free to send in their information, and that is at the Lola Shae Show at gmail.com. I didn't see the call-in number today, but we do have a call-in number. Should one of you guys choose to call in, the number is 347-708-0216. I kind of like you guys to call in towards the end of the show because it's less of a distraction from experience. So I was a little late getting that up. Wouldn't be surprised if nobody calls. But at some point, we will have call-ins and yeah. Yes, there's my graphic. We're getting it together. It doesn't matter. She got up there. Star Andrews, first U.S. black figure skater to win a Grand Prix medal. Absolutely salutes to her. But once again, I said I'm a little tired. And this is what I was referring to when I said that we should not still be celebrating firsts. The idea that we're still celebrating firsts is only, to me, a reminder of all of the many places that we've been held out of. For fear that we'll take over, ultimately. And we will. It's just, how we're made. Don't be mad at us. Be mad at who made us. But yeah, pretty much everything we touch, we conquer and we elevate. So in order for some people to still feel special, they've excluded us for many, many, many years and many, many, many genres of things. And so now we're bogarting our way. You can't keep us out. And so now we still get the first black this, and first black that, and first black this, which she wasn't the first black, just the first black to be acknowledged. So salute to her on that. See, a little out of order, but Meth's birthday is March 2nd. You know what? I have to say that Siobhan Jones is the biggest, I think the number one Method Man fan. I know his stylists, but I haven't gotten that's 6 degrees of separation at this point. I told her I'm working on it. But I haven't gotten to him yet. But I'm determined to get a meet from a bestie. I have to, because she's been in literal love with Method Man since high school, and we're not even going to discuss how long ago that was. But yeah, I gotta make it happen for her at some point. So we're getting closer and closer and closer. We're getting closer. But yes, happy belated birthday, much belated March 7th, much belated birthday to Method Man. Yes, all day. I love you guys, really. You make this so much fun for me, and I appreciate it. I don't know. Okay, so yeah. So once again, submit your videos, submit your music. Please, please, please make sure you have your clearances. Because if I can't play it, I won't. I don't want to get flagged for any reason. I don't want any problems. I'm already going to be saying incendiary and sometimes, depending on who you ask, unnecessary things. So, and that's hot enough. I don't want Universal Music Group and them breathing down my neck. So please, if you're going to submit music, make sure you have the proper clearances for whatever samples, or just, try to submit original material. I would love that. I love original, happy, wonderful. Actually, it doesn't even have to always be happy, because life isn't always happy. So just good music, that's my only requirement, is that it be good music. So yeah, submit your music, submit your videos, send us, topic suggestions, tell me what to wear, whatever it is that you want to talk about, that's what we're going to talk about. So as long as you talk to me nice. I don't deal well with disrespect. I don't deal well with snobbish people, bad attitudes. I'm a vibey. Yeah, again, I have a resting bitch face, yes, but it doesn't go past my face, and I don't tolerate crank, and I won't accept disrespect. So if you come on my chat being disrespectful, you're gonna get blocked after I curse you out, and then you'll be cursed out in infinity, because it doesn't go anywhere. It'll be on the internet forever. You got your ass cursed out. Yeah, but no, we want happy vibes, good chats, and edumacation. I want you guys. I'm gonna learn stuff. I want you guys to learn stuff. I want you guys to have fun. That's the purpose for being here. Again, no guest today, obviously. I don't feel like I have to have a guest all the time, but I will have guests, because there's too many interesting people in the world not to have a sit down with some of them. You never know who's gonna pop up. You never know what we're gonna talk about, but you can influence that, just like you can influence everything else on this interactive experience, also known as the Lola Shae Show. I think I liked the videos last week, so we'll be bringing that back next week. I just have to, all this has to be planned in advance, believe it or not. Permissions have to be gotten, clearances have to be signed, in order for everything to run smoothly. So, yeah. Maybe this will inspire you to start your own podcast. That would be nice. I am looking forward to hearing whatever it is that you guys might have to say. Some people would say that, I don't know, that it's an oversaturation, but I feel like any opportunity to hear the different perspectives on life and the world and the different experiences is, yeah, me too. So I'm gonna have to chat with Janelle, Tara Janelle, vocals by Janelle Jones, about throwing a couple more of her videos and getting a couple more videos in here for you guys, because I really did like that. Plus, it offers me an opportunity to stop moving my mouth for a couple of seconds, which I never thought that would be an issue, but not an issue, but you have no idea how interesting it is to just keep talking. Just keep talking. Don't stop talking, regardless of what happens. Don't stop talking. And oh yeah, and this is live, so yeah, there's that. I'll be like, you got no script? Nope, no script. This is live. I mean, I try to, again, do as much in advance as I can, and yeah, but no. Exactly. LOL is right. So anywho, we are down to the last 5 minutes of my second show. So thank you once again to everybody who tuned in. All 10 of you guys. That's 10 people more than it could have been. It could have just been me sitting here talking to myself. So once again, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate Abby Justice, Vonnie Jones, and Tara, vocals by Janelle Jones, for popping in on the chat. I don't know who else is out there watching, but I see you guys. I see you. I see the eyeballs. So thank you, whoever you are. Thank you once again for tuning in to the Lola Shae Show. Yes, everybody has something. Absolutely. And don't, yeah, that's the thing though. Don't let people tell you what you can't do. I want to end the show on that, because Janelle is right. I'm right. We're right. That everybody has a talent, a God-given talent. Even if you don't believe in God, you have a God-given talent. And it's just a matter of you finding that thing that you're passionate about and exploring that. I said this last week. You will be so much happier for it. Okay? And just the release and the peace that comes with being in your purpose and doing what you were put here to do, regardless of what that is. Like, some people are gifted in communicating. Some people are artists, can bring an idea from their mind onto a piece of paper or onto a television screen. Some people are vocally gifted, like Miss Janelle Jones. Some people are emotionally intelligent, like Miss Vonnie Jones. Some people are fearless, like Abby Justice. Some people are just trying to figure it out. And that could be you. But don't let anybody tell you what you can't do. Well, I might have to rephrase that. Because there's a list of things that we can't do. I'm claiming all y'all too, in the we. Like it or not. But I'm just talking about naysayers. People who always got something negative to tell you. People who always want to tell you about how it's not gonna work. Don't listen to them. If there's something and it's burning on your inside, it's a bubbling up on the inside, you have to get it out. Get it out. If you have to share it, share it. If you have to put it down on paper, put it down on paper. If you have to tell somebody, tell somebody. Don't hold it inside. And don't listen to those who don't have your best interests at heart. And don't listen to some of those who have your best interests at heart, but they're limited in their what they believe they can do. Sometimes people tell you what you can't do because they can't do it, if that makes any sense. So, with that, yes, with that, good night, everybody. See you next week. Hopefully, looking forward to seeing you guys. Thank you once again for tuning in. This was the Lola Shae Show on iAccessRadio.com.
Thanks for watching.